I just realized I forgot to bring my tripod, which sucks. But my campus is right there, and it's also snowing out, so I'm not gonna walk back. But that's not important right now. What's important is I am going to my campus because the semester is coming to an end, and I want to take advantage of a thing that I have access to because I go to this school, because everything else is kind of meh. Other than the equipment. The equipment's actually pretty good. But the point is, I want to take advantage of something while I have access to it before the semester ends and my card to access the building stops letting me access the building. And that thing is the scanner. Well, it's also a printer, but it's a scanner. This baby prints. This baby scans. This baby probably does other stuff, but I don't know. I'm just using it to print and scan things. I actually came here to submit a couple assignments because we submit them on like a server that's only accessible via the campus, so I couldn't do it from home. But I thought since I was coming here and there's a scanner and a printer here, I was gonna print some things and scan some things. So I thought while I did that, I might as well share some stuff that's been going on recently. My main camera broke. That's why the resolution on this video is trash, because I have to use this camera because it records audio well, so that's better than recording audio badly, but recording. If I could just merge the two cameras together, it'd be a perfectly fine working camera. But the point is, this is the camera I'm using right now, which means that I need to find a new camera to use. So I'm trying to figure that out in the meantime. But it's more the writing that I care about in my videos, so it doesn't really matter if the quality looks like dog shit, except it kind of does. But yeah, my main outlet for creativity is currently handicapped because, yeah, I can either use this camera or one of the two cameras that I showed you in that one video where I showed you my camera. But the issues with those cameras is that they both shoot on film. Well, mini DV cassettes, which is basically like film, except I don't have to process it. So it makes it a little bit easier to handle, but it's still annoying and a bitch. A big old bitch. So I've basically just been focusing on writing stuff recently, stuff like that. While I'm in my campus, I might as well tell you how my school's going. My schooling this semester kind of got interrupted by a lot of personal drama. To cut it short, me and my partner lost like $6,000, which is a lot for a broke college student. Then we kind of had a falling out with our roommates and closer friends. So now it's just basically the two of us hanging out with each other all the time, which is really nice because, well, I love them. It still feels very lonely a lot. And they know that. They feel very lonely all the time too, so it's not like it's weird for me to say that here. But yeah, that and coupled with a death in my family led to a lot of me not attending classes due to depression and focusing more on personal stuff. Like, I filmed a lot of videos in that time because that's like an escape for me. Plus, the school lets me borrow their equipment for free because I pay them like $6,000. But yeah, so the gist is, the past couple months I've basically just been slacking on schoolwork and yeah, and having a kind of shitty time with personal stuff, so but what I'm doing here this week is I dropped 2 of my 5 classes and now I'm just focusing on the 3. One of them I'm done already as of this morning. The other one I have to write an essay for, which I haven't started, and it's due on Friday. And the third one, I just have to hand in my last 2 pieces of homework that I finished a couple weeks ago, and my final cinematography reel, which is what's playing on the screen right now. I just have to download it onto the school computer so I can put it on the school server. It's a lot, but I'm really hoping that this actually makes up for missing basically that whole course, which I don't feel good about. But the homework and the final reel make up basically the entire grade, other than 10 or 15% allocated to the attendance. So I'm sure this will probably help. Maybe a little. Now I'm seeing that this computer doesn't connect to the server. Yay! Yay! It's no real biggie. It just means I have to come in either tomorrow or on Thursday before my morning class to hand in all of this stuff on one of the computers in the computer lab downstairs. But yeah, that's fine. Oh, I just remembered another personal thing I've been doing. So, you know how I said that we lost like $6,000? That was because we tried to go to New York over reading week, but that was when a big fuck-ass storm decided to go across Canada, so we wound up not being able to go because the flights got canceled, and then we lost all of the money we reserved on events and stuff and the hotel, and that's how we lost money, right? Because we were going to celebrate our 5-year anniversary, me and my partner, and that didn't happen. So what we wound up doing was having a staycation, which wound up leading us to us having to spend more money because we lost all that money in New York and then had to spend more money on the staycation, right? That happened, but we also had this plan this past weekend for a couple months to go to a Ninja Sex Party concert, which we went to in Toronto, as you can see on my shirt, Ninja Sex Party. If you watch my videos and don't know who Ninja Sex Party is, that's such a weird overlap. Like, people who don't know who Ninja Sex Party is but know who I am, that's a weird overlap. But if you don't know who they are, they're a band who's popular on the internet, and one of the people's Danny Avidan from Game Grumps, so you probably know who they are. You probably knew who they were before you even found out about me, so I don't even know why I'm explaining this to you. But we went to Toronto over the weekend, and it was fun, and it was a nice getaway from all the personal stuff I was talking about earlier, so. But now we're back in the personal stuff, so now I have to deal with the personal stuff. But in spending all that time alone upstairs, just the two of us, we've found more content online. And that's pretty cool because that led me to finding a new YouTuber that I like. Well, actually, no. I found him a while ago because of like an Instagram ad he did, but I more recently actually delved into his videos with my partner because we were bored in our room. And that his name is Elliot, is a cool guy, and he makes graphic design videos, which graphic design is one of my passions, as you can tell by these amazing designs here on this side of the screen that I'm showing you right now. But even though it's one of my passions, I have not done it in like a long time. I post most of the graphic design I do on my Instagram, and I bet if I scroll down my Instagram for a hot minute, it will take me a second to find a graphic design thing I did, since I haven't been able to think of anything until I started watching this guy, and he gave me some inspiration because he makes really cool stuff, and then I made this. Wait, it's processing? It's processing? Oh, and she's on. I made this. This. This is turning on. I have to do some stuff. There we go, it's printing. It's printing now. Look at this baby print. Oh yeah, isn't that just satisfying? But I made this. That's a nice poster. I'm thinking it'd be really good for prints, actually. I actually really like it. So I wanted to come here and print it so I could put it up in my room, because it's really nice, if I may say so myself. Since, like I said earlier, this is a kind of shitty camera, I will put a higher res version of it on the screen right now. Isn't it cool? It's pretty cool. I also made this, but it's less cool, so look at this one. But that's not the only reason I came here. The other reason I came here is for this beauty. There's a big ass scanner. Let's get you closer to it. Oh yeah, and before we get started, I just wanted to thank Elliot is a cool guy, like officially. I know I just said that I got inspired by him, but I want to thank Elliot is a cool guy because he inspired me to do some graphic design, and that's what I'm doing in this video. So, Elliot is a cool guy, thank you. This is all your fault. It's all your fucking fault! Look at that beaut. Look at that beaut right there. That's a scanner, baby. So, as you can see on this printer, you have copier, scanner, printer, document server, address book management, and facsimile. That I don't know what it does, that I don't know what it does, that I don't know what it does, that prints, that scans, and I'm not going to copy anything right now. So we're basically just focused on these two right here. But the point is, one of my favorite things to do is scan my face. If you follow my Instagram, I've done this like maybe twice, but it's fun to do. So I'm gonna do it like right now. Hence why I've been waiting until my hair dries a little bit before I start doing the actual thing I came here to do. So if I may so do, let's get started. So basically what I had to do was I had to input my email in there, so that way when I scan something on this, it will get sent to my email, and that way I can just have it on my computer right after scanning it. And that's pretty cool. It doesn't have to connect to my computer at all either, so let's scan my face. Now all I gotta do is get in position and then press the start key. See? Look, it sent it right to my email. Now there's a photo of my face against the scanner. I'll put it higher res on the screen again, right here. Now you may be asking, am I able to scan in color? Because that was in black and white. Yes, I can. I just wanted to do a black and white one as a test. So calm down, calm down, calm down. Let me show you what I mean by it can actually print on color. Because I'm doing my main thing in black and white, so you're just going to see black and white again if I don't do this. So basically, this is the scanning menu. I go to scan settings up here. Then we see original type. There's black and white text, black and white line art, black and white text and photo, black and white photo, grayscale. But then down here there's full color text / photo and full color glossy photo. We're going to do full color text / photo, and we're going to make the resolution 300 dpi because we're very nice to ourselves. The scan size, I always like using 11 by 17 just because it does like a really big piece of paper. That's actually the size of that over there, so it's a pretty big piece of paper. We input our email, and then bam, it's ready to go. So now, in the spirit of Ninja Brian, I'm gonna flip you off on the scanner, okay? Hope that came out well. It's probably over there. Now I'm gonna scan my face more. Okay, I just tried to scan my face 4 times and then send it, but it doesn't do that if it is too many images. So I'm gonna have to do this one at a time. And I won't make you sit through that, so I'm gonna time lapse it right now. Right now, it's gonna start time. Well, now I'm basically done. Like, that was literally all I came here to do. I just came here to scan my face, basically, and print out that little print up over there. But, in the spirit of what we just did, I'm gonna print out the first one that I did earlier onto paper with this printer, because it's a good printer. If I'm ever rich, I'm buying one of these. Yeah, give me 1 second and I'm gonna print that photo of my face. What a beautiful world we live in. Now that I have you pointed towards over here, I'm gonna do something special with this. I'm gonna make it a poster for my YouTube channel because I've been wanting to do more graphic design, as I mentioned earlier. So let's do that right now. Alright, we have a work in progress design. This would be good, so let's just print it right now. And here we are, we have a printed product, bam. But I think we could do better. What if we toss it back into the scanner? You know, I don't think we're getting the tactile sensation enough, so bear with me. Okay, now let's see what that looks like. Now that's got the vibe I'm looking for. Okay, let's print that out and that'll be our final product. Perfect. Check that out. That's a good poster. And that basically concludes this video. I just wanted to take you with me on this because I kind of needed to make a video. I was kind of going crazy. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you share everything I've ever made with everyone that you've ever met. And as always, thanks for watching. Yeah, that's what I made earlier during the time lapse. I thought that was pretty cool.